Music provides the soundtrack for our lives and for the liturgy. From Gregorian chant to full choral arrangements, sacred music feeds our soul. Morning Light explores centuries worth of timeless treasures while trying to stay in tune.
725 Morning Light continues across the Salt and Light Catholic Radio Network. Thanks for joining us on a Thankful Thursday. We are joined in studio by Catherine Gardner. She is the music minister from Our Lady of the Rosary. And what are we talking about today?
We are talking about the Beatitudes.
Oh, sure.
Ooh.
And you'll be able
Blessed
to tell in
are
all
they.
the songs, so I was being a
yeah,
little cheeky
it's so
there,
fun. Yeah.
Like our listeners don't know what the songs are, so I guess that joke kind of falls a little
Well,
flat.
the email I sent to Brian last night was 3 guesses what we're talking about
Yeah,
tomorrow, because all of the
exactly.
songs are called like the Beatitudes.
Right.
The Beatitudes. So we're in the
Yeah.
middle of a set of gospel readings about the Sermon on the Mount.
Mm-hmm.
So this past weekend was the Beatitudes, and then I can't remember what specifically it is, but I know that we're in the middle of hearing in our gospel at Mass about the Sermon on the Mount. So wanted to see what else was out there besides the ones we always sing at Mass.
Right.
So
I have it in my head.
we love a good We Are.
They
Oh, that
the
one.
poor in
I grew up with that one, but at
spirit.
OLR we love a good We Are the Light of the World.
Yeah.
That's our favorite.
Yes.
So
what's the first one we have for
I
you?
tried to dive into some little known ones this week to
Okay.
find some that might not be accessible in hymnals or might be new or might be old. So this first one is something I found through OCP, and it's something our choir sang as like a meditation second communion song at Mass this past week that we learned together. We all learned together. We have a lot of cantors who've been around forever who know all the songs.
Oh, yeah.
So if I can find something they don't know, I consider it a win. So this one is called Come Unto Me. Takes a lot of text from the Beatitudes, but it doesn't have the traditional blessed are they who, blessed are they who, blessed are they who, and it's kind of the other parts of that
okay.
text.
Oh,
Here
neat.
we
Yeah.
go.
Come unto me, come find your rest, come lay your burdens down, come be refreshed, shoulder my yoke, come learn from me, for I am gentle and humble of heart. You whose spirits are poor, come to me, who mourn without comfort. Rejoice, be glad, the kingdom of heaven is yours. Come unto me, come find your rest, come lay your
I like that very much.
Right, that's very singable.
Yeah, and it's very catchy. Like every choir practice, we'd all walk out humming da 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 da. Yeah, it's got this beautiful lilting melody. It was just a
Yeah.
wonderful find in my liturgy planning resources. So it's pretty new. I think it said 2023, but I'd be happy to make it a rotation whenever we have those readings, and it's fairly accessible for church choirs. So
So you
was a-
mentioned that you have some guiding documents, some books, and
Yes.
some resources. What are those?
a lot of it's from OCP. They send us mailings every year. So I have a liturgy planning guide. It's a book about this thick.
An
and-
inch for ye on the radio.
Thank you. And it goes through every week and it lists suggestions for all the different parts of
Oh,
Mass. So
wonderful.
here's suggestions for the opening and here's suggestions for the closing. It's got these wonderful little descriptions or a couple paragraphs written by a big name Catholic composer.
Wow.
That have been asked to write little meditations, I guess, for each week. And it lists the psalm and it lists the antiphons and it's just like everything in one place. And it tells you what hymnal everything comes from.
Nice.
So I can filter in my head, okay, well, we don't have this one, so I can't use this. We don't have this one. And then it also lists choral suggestions. So that's where it came from. And I just pulled up all the different options. Oh, is there something we could do? Oh, this one is really cool. So I have that.
Neat.
And then I have a bunch of websites I can kind of scroll through as well to get ideas for certain weeks if I feel stuck.
Nice.
That's great.
Yeah, it's wonderful.
Number 2.
Number 2, this is the composer Francesca de la Rosa. I have used her before for finding psalms to sing that are a little more upbeat and contemporary. And this is really new. This was like 7 months ago on YouTube. It was published in 2025. It's one of her latest songs. It is called The Beatitudes. It's very musical theater. I loved listening to it. And she's got a great sense of how to make it sound uplifting and contemporary without sounding like contemporary Christian Hillsong worship kind of thing. It's not that vibe, which is fine, but I don't want everything to sound like that. And the text is taken directly from Matthew's gospel. So this is kind of the opposite, where you're hearing her interpretation of those words. But I love that she doesn't do it all the same either. Like these songs, Lead Me, Lord, Blessed Are They, We Are the Light of the World, they're designed to be sung in a liturgy.
Yeah.
So they're designed to be repetitive, and hers is not, and I really appreciate that. So it's more for listening and for meditating on.
Oh, neat.
Yeah.
Blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are those who mourn, for they will be comforted. Blessed are the meek, for they will inherit the earth. Blessed are those who hunger and thirst for righteousness, for they will be filled. Oh, rejoice and be glad, for your reward is great in heaven. Rejoice and be glad, for your reward is great in heaven.
Now, you should all know the words and be able to sing along if you're got your nose in Scripture. You should have
Yeah.
all those
Lovely.
memorized.
Yeah.
That was beautiful.
We've been around often enough.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's funny. My mom and I have, my family and I, but my mom and I do it right now that my sister and I all grown up. We have a joke based on the life of Brian.
Oh, yeah.
So every time we hear the Beatitudes gospel come up in church, we'll text each other, this weekend was Blessed Are the Cheesemakers.
Oh, right.
Right?
Oh, my goodness.
So I texted her on Sunday, like, did you hear it? She's like, yeah, I heard it.
You just don't hear enough Monty Python jokes on the radio.
Nope.
do we?
One of the few that I think we can make.
Yeah, that's true.
That's a fact.
That
Right.
makes it
We're not
past the
dead yet.
censors.
That's the other.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So we have one more from
We have
John
one more.
Alexander Wilson.
Yeah, I had
I've never heard of him.
I hadn't either. It was on a list. Like there's, like I said, a couple websites I find as I'm kind of scrolling through these different ideas for different gospel themes. So I think it's called liturgytools.net or liturgyhymns.net, and it organizes hymns by topic. So this one was a page on, here's a bunch of hymns on the Beatitudes if you want to do something that fits that liturgy. And it's interesting because some hymns are like tangentially related, where they talk about the themes in the Beatitudes, and then some, like we're listening to, are like word for word,
The
right, on
Beatitudes.
the Beatitudes. So it had a bunch, and I was able to go through and I look at, okay, click on the YouTube link. Oh, this is too much for kids. Okay, might not do this
Yeah.
at Salt and Light. And there's a ton out there, and it's just so insane how many songs out there are called the Beatitudes
Huh.
or Beatitudes. If
Wow.
anyone's listening and wants to check it out, just Google Catholic songs about the Beatitudes and just marvel at what pops up. You could be occupied for hours.
Quite a playlist.
Yeah, so this was one of those options that had a YouTube link, and I listened to it and just thought, this is really interesting, and it's someone I haven't heard, and I don't mind promoting a little-known composer on the radio. So I picked it also because the introduction is just beautiful, and there's these...
I
Oh,
skipped
did
the
you
introduction
skip? Oh,
for
well,
time.
then, no, I
got
understand.
right
It was
to
a
the
long...
meat
Well,
and
then your
potatoes.
homework, dear listeners, to
Yeah.
go click on the link. It's in our social media on
Yeah.
on this YouTube.
That's okay. It was a very
episode and
long
Facebook.
introduction.
Yeah,
I
it
remember
was a
thinking
little
that.
bit, yeah.
But it's gorgeous. And then it's just a really cool interpretation. So
All right, here we go.
Yeah.
Blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom receives a contrite heart. For who could behold God's glory? Who could exalt themselves to stand before the Maker of the stars? Are you weary, heavy laden, in your brokenness complete? Cast your burdens on Jesus in humility. Come to Jesus and find your peace.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's beautiful.
Just a
Lovely.
cool,
Yeah.
like, human interpretation too. So it gives you the Beatitudes, and then it gives you just maybe what Jesus was thinking, or his idea of what Jesus was thinking at the time. Maybe something one of the disciples said that doesn't show up in Scripture. So it's
Yeah.
a very human side of things. Which is,
I love
gorgeous.
it.
yeah,
So
yeah,
lovely.
yeah.
So we have about a minute and a
Okay.
half left, and we were
Okay.
talking about your shirt. So if you want to talk about your Boise band.
I'm one of the directors of one of the honor bands in the Boise School District. We have a 6 through 9th audition group that meets after school and rehearses. And the more advanced one, the symphonic band, got accepted to perform at the Idaho Music Educators Association Conference in Nampa this weekend.
Awesome.
Schools from all over the state can put in to perform, and this group got selected for the first time. So I'm chaperoning them. I don't work with the older band, I work with the younger band, but I'm chaperoning them today to go to NNU and play at the conference. So I have my Boise School District Honor Band
Right.
Director polo on.
That's
nice.
exciting.
It's really
Well,
exciting.
good luck
Yeah, it's
to
my other
them.
side, the other side of my life as a public school teacher, but
Right.
it's really fun. They're playing really high level music. They're wonderfully professional students who are not quite in high school yet or just beginning high school. So
So I would not
Get to
trade
show
my
off.
childhood for
Great.
anything. Growing up in the mid 80s, where we still had a tax base in my tiny hometown of 3,000
That's
people,
true.
we had an incredible
Yeah.
choir and a band, and we
Yeah.
would love to look forward to the district music festivals. And then if you
Right.
got a Superior, you got to go to the state.
yeah.
So we got to go to the big city of Missoula or Helena or
Right.
something
We
like
would go
that.
to Portland.
Yeah. And
yeah.
so it was just great to be able to have that. Yeah,
Yeah.
from Hood River over to Portland,
Yeah.
that
Oh,
must
yeah.
have been quite a trip too. So
Right,
it's just
right.
great
And
for
I've-
these kids to have that
It's
experience.
so fantastic. And it applies to like kids coming from the outskirts of Idaho coming to Boise or coming to Nampa for this festival, but it's a big deal for the students in Boise too.
Yeah.
It's fantastic. But yeah, I can imagine
So
the kids
great.
coming from like
Emmett and Mountain
yeah,
Home.
Rexburg and even Idaho
Oh,
Falls.
pretty far.
Like,
Oh,
Yeah.
like,
okay.
oh, they come from all over the state. This is the concert band festival, so they're
So
selected from
great.
all over for the weekend to come and perform. So
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
That's
Well, good
awesome.
luck
That's
to
where I'm
them
headed
all.
to next.
So
So-
great.
All right.
Thank you
Thanks,
so
guys.
much.
thank you.
So
Catherine Gardner, she is the music minister from Our Lady of the Rosary, here to talk about sacred music today.
Did you know Salt and Light Radio has an app for your smartphone? Have you ever listened to the show all the way to the very end when I say download the app? Well, in case you don't, we do. Please download that app. Take Salt and Light Radio with you. Wake up to morning light, listen to daily mass, pray the rosary, enjoy all of your EWTN program. Download the app today in all of your app stores or visit saltandlightradio.com.